Any fights this week? Oh man, we gotta have some fights.
But you got the Raiders chant. Give us a Raiders. Hey. Raiders! Hell of a job, man. Hell of a job. Hey, hard hat mentality. Yes, sir. First half. Big 10. Half hard mentality. Composure. Big 10. At the end, composure when we need it. And then last thing I went to defense, especially some other guys on offense. Their best versus our best. Who's going to be the best? The Raiders, goddamn. The Raiders, all right? Coaches talk. We got to get better. Yep. We got to start making it so hard on ourselves, fellas. There's a lot of self-inflicted, but they're a really good football team. But we played what we said for 4 quarters, all 3 phases, and we needed everybody. Tackle inside the 20, offense rolls down and gets stained, defense put a ball on it, man. That's how we do it, man. So let's smoke our shit. Let's talk our shit. The Raiders, wait. Gang on me, gang on 3. 1, 2, 3. Gang.
What is up, Raider Nation? Victory Wednesday, is that a thing? It is over here on the cage match. What is up, everybody? We're going to talk about this game that happened, the upset on the East Coast that no one thought we were going to do. 8.5 point upset. We took care of that, didn't we? Is my watering away? My bad. All right. I am the Oakland Raider Savage, and with me on is Asylum, who's been on every single episode. Mr. Jim Otto of the Cage Match Show. How you doing after that win?
I'm knocking on wood to say keep that going. I'm trying to break Jim Otto's record.
all right.
Long ways to go.
We'll have to thank everybody that is watching right now. You have many choices on a Wednesday all of a sudden, but we're glad you choose us. We're glad that you chose us. All right. Now,
get us.
I know, this the NFL and everything. Now, we got a lot of stuff to take care of, so let's hurry up and get into our favorite subject. No, I always said the same thing. Segment, the Shameless Plug.
All right, everyone go to the YouTube channel, The Cage Match Show. Like, share, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Hit that bell so you know every time a new video drops. If for some reason NFL gets a hold of us and it gets shut down briefly, whatever, you could also catch us on Facebook on the Oakland Raiders Savage page or the Asylum page. And then don't forget, once this is all done, go ahead and go to WGG.
Oh, yeah, I'm over here doing comments. Okay, go. There go.
Go to WGG and order your energy so you can be there like Max Crosby was in this game. You saw that energy. And then when you go to check out, put Cage Match in the discount code, one word, to get 10% off your whole order.
And when you think of wins, like this last Sunday, you think of dubs. And when you think of dubs, think of Dubby. Get that energy like Max Crosby and that whole defense, Max Crosby, of course, especially like you said, the way he went off. And like Asylum said, go to w.gg, 10% off your order, going to the discount code Cage Match, one word, CAGEMATCH, for anyone who was just listening only. I like to, because I know I apparently have an accent, so that Hawaiian accent, even though I've never been. But anyways, also remember, shouts out to the compa Fabian. Fabian helped us a lot with our some of our merch that I will be getting out this week. I swear to God. We got Anna's package going out. We got Anna's package going out first, okay? Anna's package in the comments for going out first. Go to www.r and the number 4lifer.com. He has great merch. Check that catalog out. Like I always say, I only wear hats from the man himself, the compa Fabian. www.RaiderNationForLifer.com. R and the number 4lifer.com. And also big shouts out to RaiderMan19. Go to RaiderMan19.com. He is a big a huge part of the show. As you see him at the end of our intro, go to RaiderMan19.com. He has the Oath merch. You heard that at the end of our intro. That podcast should be coming on soon. And one day, it's probably not going to happen this Sunday, but we're trying to somehow find a way to get him to front of the torch. Can you imagine of him bringing the Oakland Mystique to the Las Vegas Raider Way in front of the torch, in front of 65,000 people at Legion Stadium in Las Vegas with the back window open so all of the ship can hear, I am a Raider fan. The Raider Oath. Shouts out to Raider Man once again, like I said. And Asylum.
What's up?
What is wait, hold on. Well, whatever. I'm sorry. I got to fix the background later. What is today?
Today is Wednesday. It is Peggy's Perspective.
Peggy's Perspective. Let me move that over here. All right. Okay. Do you have that ready?
I was just ready. What'd you move it to?
I just moved it down.
Okay, I see it. I'm ready.
Okay. Let's go into Peggy's Perspective.
Well, hello, everybody. I know everybody is filled with joy. You guys were jumping up and down. They could not talk to you about Sunday. Right in our backyard here on the East Coast in Washington, D.C. They got it.
We got
it.
We said we needed an upset win after that loss to the Chargers. I guarantee 90%, 95% of the people did not think it was going to be against Baltimore. And we walked into Baltimore and handled our shit.
Yes.
And that defense, I got to give it, that defense played from the start of the whistle to the end of the whistle, all 4 quarters, that defense did its job.
Yes.
And you got to be, as a Raider fan, very impressed with the way the defense game planning for the opponents is organized. It's only second game, so, I mean, we got a long season to go. But the thing that you have to do to Lamar Jackson, you have to contain him because the boy ain't a pocket quarterback. He can't read from the pocket. He can't see from the pocket. And as we saw, he was helpless. Yep. He really was frustrated. A lot of people talk about, now here we go with the Raider mystique again, how Max let him know early, if you come out here, we're going to ring your bell. He did not.
And they did it.
He did not run out of that pocket for the rest of the game.
I think he had like a total of, 3 runs for, he had one decent run, but other than that, I mean, we contained him. We kept him in the pocket. We sacked him in the pocket. Max Crosby was, living in the backfield. If it wasn't Lamar Jackson, then Derrick Henry had a tough time getting started. I mean, we held them to, I forget what the yardage was in the first half.
Yeah,
in that first half. That first half, I mean, nobody got started nowhere. Nobody expected them to go into halftime with only 3 field goals. And there was a stat that I don't think a lot of people have noticed or said that it's been 24 games or something like that since the Ravens have not scored a touchdown, especially at home in the first half. And we were the ones to stop that from happening. Not a single touchdown until the third quarter, where they came out, made some adjustments, and got the ball going. And then the defense clamped back down and said, you ain't going to keep doing this. It's not going to be like this. And then our offense just took a little bit to find that gear. And once they found that gear, things started clicking.
And I want to give a shout out to talk to my Ravens fans. Y'all in trouble. And I'm going to tell you why. On that sideline with Harbaugh and that offensive coordinator, this is not the Lamar Jackson show. All the offense can no longer be concentrated with him. And we benefited from that mentality they've got going over there. If Lamar can't be the leading rusher, we can't win. And I'm like, okay, don't give the ball to Derrick Henry. Even though by the fourth quarter, he was ripping us apart. And if there's any criticism I'm going to give to the Raider defense guys, is that they need to save that energy for the fourth quarter. And because now we know a lot of our games are going to be tight. Okay. And we're going to need that sack, that turnover. We're going to need that pressure in the fourth quarter. If they wear themselves out in the first half, they're not going to have the gas. Yes, Crosby did have that big sack in the fourth quarter. But the thing is, people are running on top of us in the fourth quarter. More than 60% of the rushing yards they had, the Raven rushing yards, 151 yards. The week before that, we gave up 172 yards, most of it coming in the fourth quarter. I don't know, but that's going to come to bite us. I'm hoping that they can learn how to preserve their energy.
Well, let's go through the game. Let's go through the highlights, because the Raiders had a victory in your backyard, Peggy. We're going to go and introduce you to our newest contraption to get us underneath the YouTube.
Guys, you're so creative. I love it.
We're going to introduce you to XScreen. All right, everybody, here it goes. The very first play of the offense for the Raiders. Our offensive line just can't hold anybody. Minshew gets sacked for the first time in, four sacks? Right there, as you can see, that left side with Miller. He's getting that rust off.
Yeah, Miller's showing what happens when you don't show up to training camp. Even if you're a veteran, you still need training camp and all that to get, like you said, knock the rust off.
Zay Flowers was always finding an opening in our coverages, so he was a big part of their offense in this game. But here comes Max Crosby going around, caging the Raven. That's what they were saying, caging the Raven, nevermore.
But that collapse of the middle, they collapsed the pocket on him. You see it right there.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. And then everyone... But, I mean, and that's one thing I like seeing out of the defense. You see it more through the highlights and everything else we got going on. The Raiders did a hell of a job at, funneling to the ball, funneling to whoever had the ball and going and being able to contain the big, the big playmakers for the most part. They had some here or there. Yes, it's going to happen in a football game. But for the most part, they were able to just go and contain.
Yeah, you see right there, that left side. Sorry, Peggy.
No. I want y'all to notice on that O-line play, not once does James ever raise his head up to look over the defense like most good centers do.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of him getting re-signed. I thought Parham would move over to the middle, but hey, they see something in him. Hopefully he improves with the new offense. You have Lamar Jackson. Like I said, Zay Flowers kept finding openings, but the Raiders are only holding him to field goals. And my prediction almost came true. I said it's going to be a defensive battle. Minshew finally found some time, but throws it to the wrong guy.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot, right? And there's a lot going on with Minshew at this time. He's thinking to himself, "Am I ever going to get time to throw?" No, to even read the field. I mean,
but what do you think? What do you think about Crosby doing what he did? I think we're starting to see the maturation of Crosby there, and he's gone from just showing what to do to stepping up and being that vocal leader on the team now. And he went there to Minshew and basically said, shake it off. You know why you're here. He gave a gist of it. You know why you're here. Go do your job. Don't let this, find you. We got your back. We'll get the ball back and go from there. And that's exactly what they did. And it took a little bit after that, but Minshew was able to get his feet under him and start to play Minshew-esque kind of football.
Y'all just don't understand what's going on with that O-line. They're just standing there, not blocking anybody. I mean, there is a lot going on in front of Minshew, and I'm very glad he settled down. I'm happy for him because it's just too much going on. Thank God Mark Andrews was not Mark Andrews on Sunday. Thank you, Lord.
And thank God that Justin Tucker... Yeah, I said it right this time.
They say they've been struggling outside of 50 yards and more.
Yep.
They've been struggling for the last year or so.
And as you can see, in halftime, it was 6-9. Quick stats. Only 4 rushing yards for the Raiders, fewest in the first half since 1995, and a total of 43 yards of offense, fewest in first half since 2015. For the Raiders. So it didn't look good in the beginning. We were like, is this going to be a long day?
6 points then out of only 40-something yards of total offense.
Yeah. So let's go into where all the action happened in the second half. Here we go. Ravens get the ball first, and they're just pounding the ball with that run. We thought it was going to be a replay of what happened last week in Los Angeles as they started pushing the offense down.
I wish we had time to freeze it so you could see what the linebacking issue that we have. Not in those gaps. Go ahead. I know. He was getting ready to do it.
Sorry, I did, but
you see Divine Diablo chasing everybody.
Wait, what is happening?
I just went a little too far. Just let it go so she can get back to it. Sorry.
I'm like, the interruption's supposed to happen later.
No. You saw this. But you see what the problem is in the second half with our linebackers not getting in those gaps. And I think half of that is fatigue. I mean, you got a lot of lack of concentration going on now. There's Divine, the chasing every play. There you go. See what I'm talking about? But
and like I said, we thought it was going to be a repeat of what happened last week, where the defense was starting to wear out. Zay Flowers gets that touchdown. Remember that dance? Zay Flowers gets the touchdown right there. Raiders with the ball back. Minshew going back to pass, and he finds that is Myers. Now, remember last week? 4th and 1. Raiders say, let's go for a 4th and 2. Let's go. They dial up this play a little aggressive right here, but hey, I love it. Going deep, a little low ball. Usually Devontae will come down with that, but it was a low ball. Here's the formation right here.
The play where he could have run and got the first down.
Did you see how the blocking scheme changed on that O-line though? Finally, body was on body. And I have to say, that wasn't Devontae's only crazy drop.
No, he had one wide open.
I mean,
he was wide open. And that should come up later. But Spillane, that interception right there. I mean,
always around the ball. I love that guy.
But that's again, Raiders swarming to the ball, That's what allowed for this pick to happen.
Right.
If he wasn't swarming there and took it off just a little bit, he wouldn't have got that pick.
And that Bennett was right there too.
And that turned the game and activated Brock Bowers, our number 13, our 13 overall pick, number 1 pick for the Raiders this past season, this past draft.
I think that was
but look at how the blocking up front for Minshew changed. This is what enabled him to see Bowers. But Bowers is a beast. Y'all know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I was all for Bowers. I'm not like half those other ones who was saying, what the fuck are we thinking? We already got a tight end. Like,
Madison goes in
the draft at that point. You take him. He was better than half the quarterbacks that were taken.
Madison goes in for the score. That's 2 in a row. He scored in both games this season as a Raider, or his first as a Raider, the first 2 games. Ravens are starting to try to push the ball now with
Derrick
Henry.
He was killing us. And then they stopped running him.
Well, they went Wildcat on this one.
That's fine because they got the backfield for it. They got Lamar and they got Derrick. and it's the fourth quarter. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here we go.
How the blocking changed. You see the push towards the left?
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 92, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I don't know about that one.
No, but
Not so sure about that one.
Anyway, this would have been 30 fucking yards.
Whether it was face mask or a late hit, it's still 15 yards. It doesn't matter which one they called.
Well, it was the quarterback all by itself.
Yeah, but then they went and came back and actually got him for a sack. That's that left side.
That was zone blocking right there. That was a zone block. Look at the left tackle all the way over to the right.
Can't get beat inside. That's the number 1 rule. Can't get beat inside as an offensive lineman.
But now we've got body on body, where the first half it wasn't like that.
And we got, Devontae Adams being Devontae Adams.
Come on, man.
And there we go. Right there. The smooth criminal.
Don't trade Devontae Adams.
Hey, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? With the mean lean smooth criminal right here.
and that there is why you don't trade Devontae Adams. It plays like that.
Well, the rest
he laid out for it. He knew where his feet were. He made sure he had control. I mean, everything there was what you want out of your top receiver to help keep the ball going, move the chains, and keep going.
Yeah.
Right there, Spillane. Sorry.
Spillane is always around the ball. Always. And he was in the right gap, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Even with running play. We need 2 more of him.
Well,
we have one with Eichenberg, they say.
Yeah.
With Tommy fucking Eichenberg.
Well, they won't play him. They say he's injured. He's been hurt. They won't play him.
Yeah, I guess he has something. I don't know what's going on with him. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, just like I don't understand why Glaze and Powers Johnson haven't seen snaps. I mean,
Powers Johnson's been sick. Johnson Powers has an illness that he has not recovered from fully, and that's why we didn't see him play.
Here we go right here.
We're talking about right there.
Here we go right here. There you go. Devontae Adams going to run that little post, and boom. Wide open.
You see Bowers clearing it out for him?
Yep.
And that was great play design.
Bowers, speaking of Bowers and clearing it out, he said, okay, I got this right here. 2 straight completions. We're going to talk about him later. Bowers is over here, like you said, Miss Peggy, a beast. That rookie don't play like a rookie. Gronkowski is all like, hey, he reminds me of me. But the Ravens come back and sack Minshew.
Of course.
But resilient. And
that O-line. That was a great decision by Minshew to throw it up for Devontae. That's what Devontae needs. You have to have confidence in him. He's either going to draw the PI or it's going to be incomplete. That was a great decision.
And you're going to get that call. The offense usually gets that call, especially if it's Devontae Adams. So that was a good. And Harbaugh the whole game. The whole game was like, what are you talking about? And here's that play.
I think that was an excellent play call right there. Everyone thought it was going to be a run play. He was on the 1 yard line. It was going to go. He succeeded with Maxson. So, you know, they're thinking, and he just pulled it down and you know, threw it there. That defender had his back there the whole time. He was not defending Adams. He did not think it was going to Adams. That's why he didn't turn around. And what do we get? We get an Adams touchdown out of it.
And that dance he did was take that to Flowers. Same dance.
Adams
And the closer. The Condor.
The Condor.
Really? We have the way we kept Jackson in the pocket and made him be a pocket quarterback. He was clueless. We know what happens to him when he has to be a pocket quarterback if he can't run. I love it.
Raiders get the ball back, kick a field goal to go up by 3, 26-23. Last few seconds. Defense wins games. Jack Jones, you ain't got to intercept it. But, hey, making plays like that in crucial moments, top cornerback.
That's right.
We might have stole him off of waivers last year. I don't know what happened there, but Antonio Pierce had faith in him, put his job on the line to bring him in, and he's done nothing but prove Antonio Pierce right so far.
And this is the longest run for him this game because it's
run with 1 second on the clock.
Fumbarooski.
No, it wasn't even fumble. It was a forward pass. So
I know.
Just knocked it down at the end. I love the way our rookie corner is coming along. What a confidence thing. And a lot of things changed in the second half, Anna. And we'll have to, I kept pointing it out in every snap how finally the Raider O-line was getting body on body. And let's face it, they have not only struggled, but they're struggling to learn a new blocking scheme. Getsy's trying to impose upon them. And I went back to the college days and guys that have been with other teams to see whether or not our O-linemen have any experience zone blocking. Only 2. Colton has never zone blocked, okay? Whitehair has, but of course they pulled Whitehair, right? First quarter.
Yeah, they pulled it for a little bit, but then they put it back in. They put it back in.
Whitehair has some zone blocking. More importantly, Zamir doesn't have zone blocking. Zamir's a power blocking guy. You see, that's why he's missing all those cutback lanes. That O-line changed the way they blocked in that second half. And even though they still gave up sacks, because again, Parham is too small to be a guard. I will say it and say it again, and James is useless. I mean,
I'd rather have Parham as center. I'd rather have Parham as center than James.
He probably would do better because of his size. Our center is always the smallest guy on the team, on the line. So, I mean, but the center does more than that. Savage.
Well, no, he calls out. He calls out plays or not plays. He changes the blocking scheme on the line. He's supposed to look up, see who the mic is. Call blocking. Blocking schemes.
He calls the front.
Yeah.
Even odd front. He's supposed to call like if there's a blitz. That's why when you hear it before play, a lot of games you hear him say like 41, 41, 41, or something to let them know like, hey, watch out for that guy. On that second level in the defense. So that center is supposed to check out the front with the quarterback, but the line is supposed to call that.
And see, the thing is, I look at the behavior of the center to let me know if anybody's in charge. Is anybody home? Anybody home? Okay. My center is supposed to raise up. He's supposed to take that one last look at the defense, especially that front 4. And when he sees those unblocked guys, he's supposed to at least call out to the guys with signals, call out to the guys on that side, look out, look out. You got a guy over there that's unblocked. I don't see anybody in charge of that Raider O-line. It used to be Derek Carr, guys.
It used to be. Yes, it did. And that's what people. I've gotten in plenty of arguments when it comes to Josh Jacobs and everything. Josh Jacobs, when he had that when he was the leading rusher for the year, that was because of Derek Carr being able to read the defense, calling or changing the play at the line to a more favorable run play. And that broke out Jacobs to be able to have the year that he had. And you notice the minute he didn't have Carr, what did he do?
Well,
not much.
His early years and really didn't get much of anything. And then ended up getting hurt.
And see, we've got to understand that an O-line is a unit. It is 5 guys who communicate and work together that understand, but there's got to be a leader. And has it not been the center? We don't have that kind of leadership at center. And that's one of the problems. Like I said, Parham is too small to be a guard. He will always be a problem at that position. He's just too small.
Well, I think they could take Whitehair out or Pete and put Mumford on that left side. And that'll go a lot better. Mumford's more on the
right
side.
tackle now.
Huh? He's right. Yeah. He's right tackle right now.
We've got a problem as a guard. I mean, I don't know what we can do. Use our depth. What are you thinking? I mean, Minshew is not going to be able to go through this for the next 15 games. I mean, at some point, that's all going to break down. And horror of horrors, he gets injured. I mean, that's just going to happen when you're constantly under pressure. But look, did you not see the stat, guys? Minshew leads the league in yards, and he leads the league in percent, or tied with first for passing completion percentage. What a wonderful day he had, despite no pass protection. Look at it.
Well, even Adams said on with K up in Adams with K Adams that Gardner Minshew, out of anybody he's played with, has the best mental. What the hell is the word I'm looking for? It was when
fortitude. No.
I mean, you can say fortitude. He doesn't let the shit get to him. He's able to shake it off and continue to play. There's been a lot of quarterbacks who, when that shit starts happening early on, they just crumble and can't do nothing. And he's able to shake it off. And I think that's why it was a big deal when Max Crosby, pulled him when he was trying to come off the field. He literally stopped him right there and had his one-on-one with them and said what he needed to help pump him up and go. Again, I thought that was great out of Crosby because now you're seeing the leadership out of Crosby. That's the maturation that you want to see.
Yeah. What I want to see Crosby do and the entire defense is show up in the fourth quarter. And, those games where you're giving up 150 yards rushing, teams now know that all they have to do is wait. The Raiders' defense is great until they get fatigued. Now we can run on top of them. They got to start, learning how to get that energy level. But I've already said that. Look at these wonderful stats, especially penalties. Still down.
We only had 3. That was good. Time of possession isn't. I know it wasn't much, but when you have the ball more, what did you do? You kept Lamar off the field. You kept your defense fresh, and going. Those are big things. Third down efficiency, I would like to see better. But we actually held the Ravens going into halftime to 1 third down conversion out of, I think it was 1 out of 4.
Oh, right, wrong one. Sorry.
Poor little Lamar didn't even know what to do with himself. But besides that, we have to look right away at that stat, 27 yards rushing. That is not sustainable. And it goes back again to that offensive line. I'm getting
the wrong one. Sorry.
Guards. If you cannot run off tackle, you cannot can't run the middle. You're not going to get many first downs, and your offense is going to struggle. Bowers changed the game because he was getting those yards that our running the game should have gotten. I can't say that enough.
Well, and Adams,
what are we going to do?
I think you got to throw Adams in that one as well. They were finally getting the ball to Adams, and Adams was doing what Adams does. I mean, he's the best receiver on the team. He's been the best receiver in the league for many, many years. And between the two, they did, other than a couple of drops or the one drop that Adams had, really.
Yeah. Bowers didn't drop any. Devontae dropped 3. Now, I'm just saying, I mean, imagine if there weren't those drops. How many completions would Gardner have had? 33 of 38. That's an unheard of type of percentage. But again, it was a team effort. But it was Bowers that put the energy back in.
And I agree with that. I think the offense found its identity. It's just not the identity that AP thought it was going to be at first, which was run first, being a strong run team.
We still have to run the game. We still have to run the football.
We do, and we got to fix that part to be able to do all 4 quarters together. But as an identity, if we spread the field, then we're proving that we can block, go good enough and make plays when needed to be done. We found an identity. Now we just got to expand on that identity and get better in the parts that we're lacking. Offensive line blocking, the run game, which those two kind of go hand in hand. And
I know what you're talking about. I agree. Savage Asylum, we didn't even use 2 very potent weapons, which was Trey Tucker and Meyer. I think they can hurt people too. I think
Meyer had a couple catches.
Meyer had a few,
4 for 29. We haven't even scratched the surface of the potential on offense. I really think, you get Trey Tucker in there stretching that field with Devontae and others, because I kind of had thought, had they used Tucker right, Devontae wouldn't have been double and triple teamed like he was, right? All the time you saw 2 guys around him. I think you got to do something. It's in your play design that you draw that coverage off of Devontae. And if you got a guy like Tucker stretching the field on the other side, we just need time to develop that, though, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think we need a little time. The league has to take notice of Tucker. He's got to burn him with a couple of serious touchdowns before those safeties will respect him. Respect that speed. I almost think it's like a Rice-John Taylor situation. Oh my God, who do I cover?
It's also, if the offensive line can't hold up for longer than 2 seconds for those routes to get, for Tucker to go deep, or just anybody else to get open, to find open lanes, will miss you running around trying to find somewhere to throw, or trying not to get killed by these outside rushers coming in, or getting the whole middle blown up, like we showed in the offensive lineman highlights.
Oh.
It's just
pathetic. No one's holding their block. That's the first thing. The footwork is just miserable. No one's holding their block. But more importantly, it seems like they don't know who they're supposed to be blocking. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, no, there was a couple times we saw.
Right here to the left side, wide open. Like the tackle didn't even look that way.
Well, that's because
he didn't look that way. Abdullah, I think was whoever's in the backfield, missed him as well.
Yeah.
Again, it's a coordinated thing. It's a chemistry thing. And I think by Getsy demanding the zone blocking scheme, it's taking a toll on our linemen. I don't know whether they're in their heads too much. What are you thinking? They obviously aren't doing their basic job, which is creating movement backwards upon the snap of the ball. They're getting pushed backwards every single snap. And you can't run the football when that happens. Look at the penetration. You cannot. Look, people just losing their blocks on guys that are like 50 pounds lighter than them. How's that happen?
Yeah, and they're just coming off the ball quicker, the defensive linemen, to the point where these offensive linemen are trying to chase them.
You got some linemen not blocking anyone at all.
Yeah.
And
So
Meyer, I don't know what 87 is doing. Why he had to go all the way inside. Where's my center and guards? Why is Meyer inside blocking a guy that my center and guard should have picked up? I don't understand.
And the offensive line, and I even said this before the Charger game, I said it's all going to be determined by the offensive line. Everybody, and because the offensive line is going to help with the quarterback, which is going to help with the running backs also, which is going to help with the quarterback, which is going to help with the receivers. When they go out there and get open, the offensive line is in charge basically of how much time Minshew gets or how big the openings are for whether it's Madison or whether it's Zeus or Abdullah or somebody.
I just think, and now let's transition right into how much responsibility do you think Pierce has for this dreadful situation on that O-line? What do you think he's saying to Getsy? What was he saying?
You got. I'm sorry. You got it.
I mean,
yeah, I got it.
Because Pierce's success depends on that OC. I mean, he cannot be successful as a head coach unless his OC is doing. I mean, I can't say enough. Getsy's, it's coming together, but I just don't think he has the chops. And we did bring up a name, did we not? Joe Philbin.
So I was going to ask you, how much do you think that some of this change could have come from Joe Philbin? Because, you know, first of all, he was up in the box, seeing everything at a different angle. And then, with the blocking and bringing white hair in and then out and then back in, how much of that could be Philbin's influence? I'm going to use the word influence, not saying anything, but influence, being that Getsy is a relatively new OC. Philbin has experience as OC and head coach and going. And how much of that, during halftime came down and was influenced saying, maybe we just go, stop zone blocking. Let's go to some power blocking, see what happens, or just anything in there. Something woke the players and the coaches up. And, I kind of, in my gut, want to say maybe Philbin had something to do with it. There's a reason why he's on the team as a coach, and it's just not.
Savage, what are you thinking? I mean, Pierce has to have good OC play. What are you thinking? I think emphasize that enough.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Getsy up in the booth like he did with Bo Hardigree last year. Maybe you need to be up higher to see what these offensive linemen are looking at or going towards or blocking, because something or no one's telling them, hey, Miller, why did you leave that defensive tackle to your outside shoulder wide open? I mean, with a wide lane to our quarterback, or maybe because on that same play, that was Myers in the backfield. How come you went around like maybe he needs to go up in the booth like AP had moved Bo Hardigree up there, and the offense started doing a little better last year, or how he did Patrick Graham, moved him up there last year, and the defense started going more better. If that's even the right sentence. So that's how my stepson, betterer. So I mean, they have maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they move him up there to see. Okay, I see what's going on or whatever, and he'll be able to call better scheme, better plays for whatever defense that he sees them they're mostly going against. Because when you're on the ground, yeah, you can talk to your players directly, but you only have one view, and that's whatever side you're on of whatever. So if you're up on top, you can see the whole field, and that's why you have your other coaches down there, your receiver coaches, running back, offensive lineman coaches, relay them through the microphone, and be up there. If you're calling the plays, go up in the booth, see everything.
There's another advantage if you think about it, about putting him up in the booth, and that's direct communication with Joe Philbin.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to communicate and having that delay, it could be sitting right next to him And yes, this is your offense. This is what you're going to do. But I might suggest, trying this or doing this. You have that somebody to bounce ideas off of and go. And instead of having that delay and going, it could be instantaneous. And that could be helpful to Getsy, as that, just like we know Marvin Lewis is helping AP on the field, make some decisions and go. We know it's happening. That's the reason why he's the assistant head coach and why he was brought in, is to be able to help AP directly. Why not use Philbin in the same way for your OC and see what happens that way?
But I thought that was the plan. Didn't you also have Tom Coughlin in here a little while? I mean,
Tom Coughlin is more, I think, directed towards AP only, and he's just a what's the word I'm looking for? He's a
advisor.
Advisor, thank you.
He calls them 4:00 in the morning and that's on the West Coast because he lives on the East Coast. And that's 4:00 every morning. Hey AP, I saw something. How about this? Hey AP, I saw something. How about that? So,
okay. I mean, I'm just saying, and now this is water under the bridge. Could have done so much better at OC.
Yeah.
I mean, there were guys out there that we let get away to the college game and to other teams that had far more experience than the guy we picked. And I'm not sure, and I just want you to entertain this. Sometimes when you have a brand new head coach, there's a tendency to make sure that nobody else's star shines brighter than yours. I don't think AP's that kind of guy, but I just wonder why they passed on a Kingsbury.
Kingsbury left. They didn't pass. Kingsbury, apparently, the story is on that. He came in. He was going to be the OC. There was talk, and he didn't like the fact that we weren't going to go after Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels, and so he.
And of course, that 2 years compared to the 3 that he wanted in his contract.
Yeah, apparently that something about that too. We had Kingsbury, but Kingsbury
Bieniemy. Why did you let Bieniemy get away? You didn't even interview him.
I can't answer that one there.
There's a guy that knows the AFC.
No, but didn't Bieniemy sign while we were dealing with Kingsbury?
No, the signing didn't come until May. USC signing. No, nobody even interviewed him. There were others out there. I want to say Kubiak, because the Saints didn't have him on board until April. Okay? Those guys were out there. And I'm just wondering, and I can name some other names, but now it's water under the bridge. We're stuck with Getsy. I would rather take Joe Philbin as my offensive coordinator, to be honest.
Maybe it was the tie between Davante Adams and Getsy from the Green Bay. I don't know if he had an input on that.
But the key is you don't let a player tell you, oh, go get this OC with 2 years experience when there's guys with 10, 15-year experience out here. I don't see how you even listen to Davante. I don't see how it has any relation. When he was in Green Bay, he was not the offensive coordinator. He was a wide receivers coach. Offensive coordinator is a horse of a different color. You're not looking, you only in one side of the boat when you're a position coach. You are running the boat when you're the OC.
Yeah.
Not only that, you're actually conceiving and designing plays for your players. And I mean, that whole aspect of the job is really, people don't understand what an OC really does. I'm not going to say anymore. It's only game 2.
Yeah. Well, let's look on the positive side and check out the defense. Defense was just, the defense had to basically control this whole game because, one, it is Lamar Jackson, the reigning MVP of last year. This team was in the AFC Championship game last year, losing to the Chiefs, and they ended up losing this last week 1 game against the Chiefs by a toe. We kept joking about that on Friday's show. But
hey,
this defense, They lost by a foot this time, but not just a toe.
Guys,
But you saw
aren't you
opportunistic
proud?
defense.
You proud of how people on that defense have just their game is just getting better and better and better.
Like
What about
Jacorian
the
Bennett, he
Jacorian
did give up some passes, but at the same
Trayvon
time,
Moore. Mhm.
Trayvon Moore,
Well,
yes.
I mean, and of course, I mean, a lot of people were cussing Epps out, but I think Epps is doing just fine too. I think that his
Leave Epps alone.
yeah,
People need to leave Epps alone. He's doing his job as
Yeah.
a veteran safety and getting everybody and teaching. Epps is doing a hell of a job. He's one of those people you don't see the numbers, and because you don't see the numbers, he must suck. He ain't doing shit. But watch the play on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Palomalo, yeah, he's doing it. But watch the play on the field. Epps has a lot to do with that secondary and what's going on back there. Jacorian Bennett's play, coming up. I remember everyone last year calling for his head. He sucks. I don't know why we drafted him. All this other shit. Now all of a sudden people are starting to like him. Palomalo.
I liked him last year. He was just hurt. He just got hurt at a very inopportune, and he's a rookie. I don't know a rookie corner in the history of the league that did not get a baptism by fire. I'm sure even his kids was calling him toast when they came home from work. That's just what happens when you welcome to the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, welcome to the NFL. They did not come out the womb knowing how to play a pro corner. Be a pro corner. They have to learn the game. And I think and of course, guys, y'all couldn't say enough about Jack Jones. Good.
Well, I had said and last week that with Jack Jones showing who Jack Jones is, a lot of targets were going to go towards Jacorian Bennett because a quarterback's not going to try to throw on that side of the field. If Jack Jones can go and steal your heart from the sky, any attempt you go that way, and you've seen on that one attempt that was like a direct throw towards his way at the end of that game, and he went over there and made that play to end the game basically. Before that when he would try to run around and scamper around, but Jacorian Bennett was going to get more targets, which means that he's going to be on. Yeah.
I mean, I can't say enough. But then up front, we thought, I mean, we were devastated, right, when we heard Kuntz. Did they put Kuntz on the IR? I think they did.
Kuntz is on IR.
We were devastated. We had just, Max and Kuntz. And we could see his play getting better and better. And I'm really sorry that the injury stopped his progress. But we're getting pretty good plays out of Butler, Jenkins.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not the kind. Go ahead.
Bennett's being what is it? Jacorian Bennett, not Bennett. Bennett. But on the defensive line, God damn it, there's
Nesta Jade, Nesta Jade, Adam Butler, Wilkins.
Wilkins is everything that was advertised. Do you agree with me, guys?
Yeah.
And then some. He's not getting the credit. Things ain't going, he's not getting back there going, but he's sucking up double teams. He's breaking down. Half the things you're talking about when the pocket was collapsing was because of Wilkins.
That's right. And that is why Max was so free. People don't understand. It's the play of the DTs that make your DEs feared.
And they're moving them around too.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Wilkins?
No. Crosby. They're stunting them. They're stunting them.
I saw several.
They started doing that last year.
And we're sorry that Tyree is hurt again. I was hoping. I mean, his game was getting better and better. All of these guys are benefiting like that magic thing is going on over there between Pierce Graham and the great Marvin Lewis. Something magic is happening with all of those guys, and I'm so proud of them because they're just getting better and better and better.
Yeah,
I love it, and we will be the feared, but we got to run the football. We got to give these guys a break.
And that is true. And as I was saying, I think I said it. I know I said it to you before coming on, but it might be said. During halftime, there was talks from players, and this is something that you get from AP because a lot of coaches don't let necessarily players talk. They come out and they're going to want to put their 2 cents in, but they had players, and Devontae Adams made a speech during halftime and told the offense, we need to do our job. We need to step it up. We got to stop depending on the defense and and do our part so we can get things going instead of just relying on the defense to keep us in games. And I heard a couple other people talk as well. I'm sure Max Crosby was another one. Max Crosby stepping up and doing the shit. But I like to hear that it wasn't just the coach going in there and yelling and demanding and everything, that he allowed his players to step up. And we know this is something that AP likes to do. He wants his players to step up and lead. And, and now we're starting to see it now more so than ever and hear about it. And obviously it helped because look at the way we came out in this second half of the third quarter, however you want to call it, that fourth quarter for sure. We came out. Offense came them alive. Defense started struggling a little bit, but the offense came back. Defense came back saying, okay, we can't let them outplay us.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hey, that don't count. We can't believe you. Biased.
I know it. But we listen, guys, I love kicking it with you, but one more thing I'd like to say is our special teams. And I don't think they get enough credit. I always do a shout out to the special teams guys. I mean, Carlson missed a field goal last week, but he hit the clutch one when we needed it, did he not?
Yes.
I mean, we have one of the best kicking games in the NFL, and quiet as is kept, we don't do too bad in our kick returns or punt returns either. I mean, just take a look. I mean, we don't get bad field position is what I'm saying. And we need to give a shout out to our guys on special teams, guys you don't see every down and doing their thing. But I'm afraid it's time for me to slip and slide. I got to get out of here. But as always, I love kicking it with you. And make sure that everybody knows they had a ball in Baltimore.
Yes.
Raider Nation showed up strong in Baltimore, all the way from Munich, Germany, the Philippines. We had got Tennessee, Texas, Chicago, Utah. They were, of course, California, all in the house, and we appreciated them stopping by and visiting.
And we appreciate you.
And all you did and everything. And we love having you on. We look forward to you when you come on.
Yes.
But I think all that helped contribute to, going out there, getting loud when we needed it and helping us with that win.
Right. And I mean, there were a lot of Raider fans there. I think we were approximately a third of the stadium. I am very sure of that because there were so many we saw it all over. But anyway, I got to run. You guys take care. 2 weeks from now, I'll be back with more.
Can't wait.
More to talk about. 2 more games. And by the way,
right? 2 more W's?
Don't look past the Panthers.
Oh, definitely not.
They're gonna do something, but I'm afraid, as I quoted in one on a post, just because it's Andy Dalton, look at the rest of the team. That's like putting Superman out there surrounded by kryptonite. He ain't gonna do nothing. Trust and believe. It's a team thing going on there in Carolina. Bless their hearts. Anyway, guys, bye-bye. See you in 2 weeks.
All right, Miss Peggy, we're going to take you out with your outro. Here we go. Oh, we're back. All right, I want to thank Miss Peggy for coming on to the show. She lives out there in the East Coast in the area of where the Raiders took care of business, 3 hours ahead. You know, it's a hard place the East Coast has always been a hard place for the Raiders to just go out there and put up a fight. They took care of business. You saw the score, but Asylum.
What's up?
You know, it is time for your segment, Your Insane Plays. So let's go run through that, because I know you want to talk about some players and some game situations that happened yesterday. Do you have your intro? Oh, I didn't put it down there, but do you have your intro ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Okay, I'm ready. Here we go.
Asylum's Insane Playmakers.
Okay, so we got starting off with Robert Spillane. That pick right there. I mean, I'm going to say it now. I've been waiting all show to say this. We need to give that man that contract extension. Don't wait. He's the heart of the fucking linebackers. He's the heart of the defense. Max Crosby is the defense, but he's the heart and going. He's got as much effort and much, that he's trying to match Max Crosby's motor, and he's doing a hell of a job by matching it. And I mean, that boy is a Raider going. We need to give him that extension. I mean, he's already started. He wasn't much of a pass defender. And what's this? His fourth interception as a Raider?
Oh, yeah.
So,
superhero pose.
Give him the extension, get it over with, lock him up for longer. That way we don't have to, that's another part of the defense we don't have to worry about.
All right, here's the next one right here.
Okay, this is
Davante Adams.
Davante Adams. Oh, yeah. I mean, he did, like I was saying, he was Davante Adams, the number one receiver, and he was showing why he could be considered the best in the NFL. Right? With everything. Right here, he, sideline, he knows where he's at, got both feet down, got the ball, beat his guy. This play right here, I mean, this is why you don't trade Davante Adams, because plays like this, you don't see rookies, you don't see a lot of players being able to make this play right here, to lay out, know where the sideline is, put his feet in position. He was already laying out for the ball before it got to him. Look
Smooth
at
criminal.
Yeah,
Smooth criminal. Annie, are you okay?
Okay, Annie, are you okay? Okay, Annie. I mean, this is why you don't trade him. This is why you keep him, and he's going to help your offense game in and game out, as long as you get him the ball. That there, I mean, he helped with a lot of the scores. He got his touchdown, on that play. But it's plays like this and the earlier play that makes Davante Adams Davante Adams.
All right, and the next one, here we go. The offensive unit.
Offensive unit. I mean, they came alive. This talk here, we talked about it. I think this play calling, I know Peggy's not high on Getsy, but I think this second half of the game showed why Getsy is the offensive coordinator, and things are starting to come around. Fix the offensive line. We got offensive line coaches. We got Getsy. We got a few people who can help out, get the offensive line fixed for the running game. But it's plays like this. It was a play calling going. There was a few play calls in this that I felt, throughout the whole game that I felt was just genius. I mean, nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw it. I mean, the defender didn't even know the ball was going to go in the goddamn air. He never turned around. The play calling is getting better, whether it was the talk from AP, whatever it was. Maybe it was the talk in the locker room during halftime, and the players stepping up and going. Something clicked, and it worked.
Or maybe it was this right here.
Or that, I think that was great. Like I said, Max Crosby, maturing and now stepping up to be the leader and go. I think that is, an amazing thing there. Crosby, I mean, hands down, was the defense, all game. I mean, he was all over the place, stopping Henry, stopping Lamar, batting down passes, going, being the leader in the locker room, all that shit. Couldn't ask more, out of Crosby. This is why Crosby, I think, will probably retire a Raider. Is you seeing the maturation, and then nobody going to want to give him up, trades, anything else like that. He's going to be able to stick around as long as he wants to stay around. Crosby would be a Raider.
And that is right there your insane plays. Where am I doing?
I don't know. What'd you do?
I don't know. This people don't understand that this is not easy, okay? This is not easy trying to orchestrate all show.
Not even either.
Yeah. So, hold on. I'm just writing something real quick.
Real quick. Okay, you're real quick's up. Right, fast.
Real quick. And I might even spelt words wrong. Doesn't matter. Okay. Omaha. All right. So, anyways, there was some news that was made over the week. So let's go in real quick to rest in peace, or James Earl Jones, to our CMN news. You got it?
This is CMN, a cage match news update.
Oh wow, wait. Did I forget something? Okay, well, you know what? I forgot the other part. Doesn't matter. But hey, hold on. Here at the cage match, sometimes we get into a little snags where we're trying to do a broadcast, and because this show I had so much information, I might have forgot a few things. So just give me a few seconds right now. It's okay. We all make mistakes. It's just a little timeout right now. Hey, Asylum, how you doing? How was your Victory Sunday doing?
Oh, it was great. I didn't want to go to work on Monday because I was kind of hurting in that morning. We kind of partied a little, or not party. What do we say? Celebrated a little excessively, maybe.
Celebrated a little excessively. That's cool. Yeah, even though my fantasy team didn't do anything at all, it was okay because
I got beat. I got my ass handed to me. No, I didn't get it handed to me, but it wasn't a close loss either.
Yeah, why is it not going up? Anyways, you know what? I have the video, but I have the graphic. So the news is NFL finds players. Chargers wide receiver Joshua Palmer, it was the fight against the Chargers that happened last week in the whole melee where Jack Jones and Joshua Palmer found themselves ejected from the end of the game, towards the end of the game. Chargers wide receiver Joshua Palmer got a fine of $11,255. Cornerback Jack Jones for the Raiders got $5,472 for the one who threw the most punches. He got the less fine right there. Raiders all day, baby. Raiders defensive tackle and they call him outside linebacker Max Crosby both got $11,255 fine, and Marcus Epps had the heftiest fine. $11,817 right there.
I really gladly paid that one.
I could pay that one. Okay, and our next news. You got it?
The next one, yeah.
Okay, go. And so you know what? I had it backwards. That's what happened. Wait. There it goes. I don't know. Oh, okay, I think. Well, okay. Anyways, Panthers bench 2003 first round pick Bryce Young for veteran Andy Dalton. That news came out. I believe that was yesterday. The Panthers are going to bench their 2000. Monday.
It came out Monday because AP did it. AP didn't know about it at the time until he did his press conference, and he's.
Wait. What happened?
I don't know. Did you pick one ball? What's going on?
I don't know, man.
Hold on. How do you touch it?
What's going on right here? What is it? Pink FanFur? Oh my God! Who is this?
Man, don't play.
Pink FanFur.
There's a new sheriff in town. I'm in control of this show right now, baby.
What? How did you get into our airwaves? What happened here? How did you do this?
I'm in control. I'm the new sheriff of this show right now. Pastor's gonna run this show. We coming in town. We in Las Vegas live, baby.
Las Vegas
Man,
Live.
we coming for you. We coming for you. You ready, goons?
Oh, you go and crash the cage match over here. Everybody, welcome Pink FanFur to our show as the Carolina Panthers will take on the Raiders in Las Vegas. And one of the super fans infiltrated the airwaves or the wavelengths. I don't know what it's called nowadays. The bandwidth, and took over our show. Pink FanFur, do you have anything to say? Like, why are you even here for?
I'm in Las Vegas live, coming at you live from Las Vegas. We are in town and we bring in the pain. Okay, you understand? I heard you talking earlier about my team. Don't play with us. Don't play with us.
Well,
that's all I have to say. Y'all in for it. You in for it.
Well, see, you're an overall number one pick from last year. Seems to have been benched for a veteran quarterback that hasn't really played since last year. So how do you think he's going to come over here and beat us in our own field after that big win we just did over there in the East Coast against the MVP and the Ravens, who are right there in the championship game?
That was just pure luck, man. Y'all, that was just pure luck. You going out there on the East Coast and wiping them out. That's pure luck. Now, what we gonna do? We've got redemption. This is redemption time for us. People talking trash about my team, and we're just tired of it. We got redemption time. We're coming at you, and we're coming for you.
How deep does Carolina Panthers roll on the road, though?
At least one deep that we know
of. On
of.
the road one time. We don't know yet. We've all been on the road one time this year. It's only game 3. Hello.
Well, I'll give it to you. Andy Dalton coming in. Andy Dalton is the one quarterback that we somehow cannot beat. In the 4 games that we have played against him, 2 times as a Bengals, he took care of us. He threw 1 pass against the Bears.
The Bears don't count.
As the Bears don't count. But last year, of course, 2 years ago when he played for the Saints, we did lose 24-0 in that game. So of course, you guys make the switch to Andy Dalton coming into Las Vegas to go and face us. How do you feel about your quarterback? Go ahead.
Is this a move that all Carolina fans have been wanting? Are you guys happy about this move, or is this a move that is kind of surprising and upsetting?
Oh, no. What's surprising and upsetting is what's going on with our number 1 pick. And it's not his fault, okay? He is not the problem, okay? It's the system. We talked about that early on another show. It is the system, okay? The system failed him. Now, we're very happy that Andy Dalton's going to be playing on Sunday. He's a veteran. We expect the best. We expect nothing but the best. And he's going to be an example and set the standard for Bryce, hopefully, and provide some mentorship. But just for you all of you out there in internet land, it is not Bryce Young's fault. It's not. He is not the problem. Don't talk trash about my quarterback. Roll Tide.
I could agree with that. I think they started him way too early. He needed to sit for a year and learn. I agree with that. I don't agree with these quarterbacks that start their rookie year. I know these a high pick, but starting. I mean, Caleb Williams is struggling. Now CJ Stroud being an exception to the rule lately. He started and did good, but you go down a list of quarterbacks that went, started out first right away, and it's not been successful for them.
It has not. CJ Stroud got lucky. He had everything going for him. He had the protection in the pocket. He had wide receivers to throw for him. I mean, what did we have? We had no one to protect our quarterback. He had no one to throw to last year. Like, can someone please just catch the ball? And then they allowed him to get sacked, how many times? 60? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of these teams that pick 1 and 2, high up in the draft, they're up there for a reason. And with the Panthers, getting a young quarterback, but not having talent around him or protection, like you said, or even a system that works to his skill set, I mean, it's you're just setting himself up for failure. And I know I've heard like on the news and everything that they're trying to compare Bryce Young to a quarterback that we had drafted in 2007, number one overall, in Jamarcus Russell. But Jamarcus Russell was his own. It was his own demise as a Bryce Young. You're throwing him out there to the NFL Wolves and Bears and all the other wild animals out there. For a young man to try to, the Saints, for a young man to try to survive in that environment, not only do you have to try to, execute the plays, but you have to make sure you don't get executed from trying to execute the plays. And that's not his fault going out there, especially with the turnover in coaches and philosophies that this team has had. How do you feel about the people running your organization down there with the Panthers? Do you think that they did a horrible job, especially with this draft pick and especially with all the trades that they made for this last year's draft? Because we understand that as Raider fans. We know how that goes a couple years back. We know how that goes where it's like, what are we doing at draft day?
We've all been here. Listen, I was invited to the draft in 2023, and I was right there on the front row watching this extraordinary pick. I'm an Alabama fan, and everybody knows that, so I'm not going to talk any badness about my quarterback, okay? I love him to death. He's a great person. He has humility, loyalty, and confidence, and he is a good person. I mean, he's good at what he does. He just needs training and mentorship. I'm not dissatisfied with the pick, only because I'm biased. I'm just an Alabama fan. But I know what he can do. All those Alabama fans know what he can do. Like you said, it's the system. He needs to have a system that needs to be built around him, and that hadn't happened yet. I'm still waiting. I'll wait. I'm still waiting. Everybody else is waiting. So I feel like they kind of did fail him for the most part. You're going to pick Bryce Young, a young quarterback coming out of the college, NCAA, Heisman Trophy winner, and expect him to come into a team that was the losingest team in the NFL and do what? Save the world? No, that's not going to happen. It's impossible. The expectations were very unrealistic, and I'm just disappointed in the high expectations that they thought that they were going to get out of him.
That's a great way to say it. I mean, you go into this year's draft again, number one overall pick, Caleb Williams struggling, Bo Nix struggling. Drake May ain't even playing, which is probably the best thing for him right now, is sitting behind somebody. All the great quarterbacks have actually sat behind somebody for at least a year, if not a full year, most of a year before they get thrown in and go, and they get to learn the speed of the game, get things going. Patrick Mahomes sat for a year. Jordan Love sat for, 4 years? And you go down the line, they all sat and go. And I do believe Bryce Young got a bad rap in going for this because, again, you threw him to the fire, and some people succeed. CJ Stroud, like you said, had everything around him, offense that was around him, players, and that worked for his style. And that's rare and far few in between. And we still got to see if he can go through the sophomore slump.
Exactly. I mean, look, he sat behind Jalen Hurts. He sat behind Tua Tagovailoa. He sat behind those good quarterbacks for a reason at Alabama. That's the reason why Nick Saban is who he is. He allowed him to sit behind those two quarterbacks, and that should have been the same opportunity for him coming into the NFL and for the Panthers. They just came in and, like I said, expect him to take over the world and raise us up from the flames. Like, this is ridiculous. It didn't make any sense.
Well, it doesn't have to trade away your best wide receiver at the time either.
Yeah.
DJ Moore, you traded away your best wide receiver that probably could have helped him. And the Bears fleeced Carolina. I'm sorry to say it, but they fleeced Carolina so they could go and put Carolina in a bad spot where they got a good player. I still have hope for him, but he just has, like you said, nothing around him and going, and it's going to take some time to build that up, and hopefully this does not demoralize him in the long term, and he could step back, learn, and then come back forward and be the player that everyone thinks he could be.
That he is, that wonderful player that he is. I know who he is. Everybody knows who he is, who knows Alabama, but as far as what we're saying, that I hope it doesn't demoralize him, and I can see it in his eyes as me being a mental health provider. I could look into his eyes and see that the guy is traumatized. He's shell shocked. I hope that two things happen while he's sitting on the bench, and I'm gonna say it publicly because mental health is one of those things that we need to stop putting. I hope that he goes to see mental health while he's on the bench. Number one, because he's traumatized. Okay, and number two, I hope he calls Nick Saban. Get some advice. Get some mentorship from him.
Yeah, because that's a lot. That's a lot to put on a 23-year-old shoulders. Is to save a whole, basically be the savior, be that like Asylum had said, be that that CJ Stroud, to first season go out there and light it up, and then it's okay. Second season he should understand now, But with the exception of CJ Stroud, you had mentioned Asylum, you had mentioned Mahomes and Love, they were put into systems that was already established. Andy Reid in Kansas City with I'm forgetting his name, a quarterback from the Niners.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith was the he was the starter, and then in Green Bay you had Matt LaFleur as coach, with Aaron Rodgers being a type of mentor for Jordan Love. Bryce Young came into a situation with this head coach Dave Canales. How do you feel about that head coach? I think this is like his second year.
First year.
I was going to say, is this the first year for him? So that's not even.
Remember when Bryce came in? He came in with the quarter with who's that? Caldwell. Caldwell was the interim coach, right? That's when he came in, I believe. And then they got rid of him. He went over to the 49ers. And then you have Canales that came in. So he came under. He didn't come under Matt Rule, but again, he came under a new system with Caldwell. And then year number 2, he's in the new system with Canales. So 2 new systems. And then you got different players, because a lot of the players left too. So you got different players that he still got to get to know. He still got to build this battle rhythm up and, get this chemistry going.
Yeah, because you guys also had CMC, and the organization traded him away. He could have been a staple to help with that offense if he was still there.
That would have been something that would help Bryce Young a lot.
A lot of alleviate a lot of that stress off of a young man like him. You keep feeding the ball to CMC, even though he did get injured a lot, and as you can see right now, he's injured with the Niners. Hasn't played it down yet in the regular season, but the organization for the Panthers. I mean, like I said, us Raider fans, we've seen it before. We've had 20 plus years of we try to forget. We called ourselves the Men in Black, but I'm all like, can I get a neuralizer too? I want to forget the last 20 plus years since the Super Bowl year in 2002. And I know the Panthers, you guys have been to the Super Bowl twice. Both lost to the Tom Brady, New England. But at least you guys have been there.
It wasn't going to be a win for us. It doesn't matter. Those 2 quarterbacks, we were never going to win. Never.
I forgot his name. Delhomme.
Jake Delhomme.
Oh yeah. You guys played the Okay, I have a question about Cam Newton. Okay, I remember Cam Newton lost to the Broncos. After that fumble he had where he didn't dive for in the Super Bowl, and
in the end zone.
I'm forgetting that. What was the defensive end that got it? He dove on there, but Cam Newton didn't want to jump on it. I forgot his name, but
the guy with the glasses.
Yeah. With he had that. He was dancing.
Von Miller.
Huh? Von Miller. On that play. What was your thoughts on that play? Because when I saw that, I was going for the Panthers. Because as Raider fans, we hate the Broncos. We're tired of seeing the Broncos win because they dominated us for a long time, especially in the late 90s. I was pissed off. I was pissed off that Cam Newton didn't jump on that ball. How did you feel on that play in that Super Bowl?
I felt like it was over. I had something within me was telling me it was over. It wasn't a good look. It was embarrassing. And he did indicate a couple of weeks ago on his show, one of his shows that he did say he regretted not jumping on that ball.
I think it's been a little longer, but I remember hearing that. Yes, I agree. He did do on his podcast say that it was a dumb move on his part, not to jump on that ball.
I think it was. Let me just say, I cried. I cried when we lost that game. I had this big party, and I literally was so angry and just cried. It was just devastating to come from this magical season and then lose. What was it, by 3 points over a field goal?
It was close.
I think she's right. And we know that feeling. We did that in 2001 and then back in 2002. We cried at both 2001. 2001 didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
It was
then
a fumble.
And do all our shit and then go to the Super Bowl and we cried again. We know the feeling.
30 years, man. We've been in the league 30 years. Aren't you
Has
proud?
It been 30 years now? Damn.
It was 24-10. That Super Bowl 50. Out here in the Bay Area, 24-10. I was rooting for the Panthers, especially because Steph Curry, also being born in that area, when his dad played over there for the Hornets, he was out there ringing hitting the drum. I was rooting for the Panthers. I was rooting for the Panthers when they played against the Patriots, and I was rooting for the Panthers when they played against the Broncos, because as Raider fans, we hate both those teams, both those organizations. We were out there, black and silver and black, blue and black, whatever. And my high school team, the same color as the Panthers. Okay, so I was all like, "Let's go Panthers!"
You just a born Panther. You know it, and you need to come out of the closet.
She's trying to recruit now. Look at that. She's trying to recruit.
I'm diehard Raider. I was born. I was raised within the original in the East Bay. So I was born a Raider. Shouts out to Certified, born a Raider. And but when the Panthers are playing against the two organizations that we hate, especially the Broncos, we were Panther fans that weekend.
Anybody in the AFC West, if they're in the Super Bowl, we're hoping they lose.
Yeah. So
I try to explain to people I can't root for AFC West at all. If we're not in it, fuck the rest. We're just about everybody else. And I'm tired of rooting for lightning strikes and everything else because of teams being in the Super Bowl that I can't root for.
Yeah.
I have never had anything against the Raiders as long as I've been watching football. Never had anything against you guys. I actually like you guys. I root for you guys too a lot. And so I'm looking forward to meeting some of you on Sunday.
Unfortunately, it's not me. I'm way too far away. I can't afford to go to this game. I can't afford. Well, I'll be in the air when this game is playing. I'll have to try to find a way to watch it because I'm actually flying
maybe on live TV. Once you log onto I guess you log onto the app and then you might be able to watch it on live TV.
I'm going to try. I know the plane's going to have Wi-Fi, so I'm going to get that. But I need to find a way to go because I've heard, what is it? The thing that the NFL is fighting over, the damn
the ticket.
Sunday ticket is about the only way we could be able to watch it. I live in Kansas, so and I'm flying to England on Sunday, so I'm kind of pissed off that my job decided to pick that day to leave.
Oh man, you're gonna be in the air for a minute.
And I'm still in the Bay Area, so I'm gonna go and sit at the Coliseum and pretend like the Raiders are still in Oakland and watch the game on my phone. Come on, let's go.
I just got off the show with Captain Jack. He was on the show early, and he was talking about, I got to be honest with you guys. With Andy Dalton in there, I'm a little scared.
Well, he's beating us. He's 4-0 against us. I'm a little nervous too. We don't know how it's going to go. We watched Baker Mayfield. What was it, last year?
Yeah.
3 days, signed with the team. 3 days later, come back and beat us. So the Red Rifle might have a chance. I mean, I want to say no. I mean, this should be an easy win for us. But
there you go. You see, the truth comes out.
No. We can't overlook them. I'm saying we can't overlook them because it's a trap game, and the minute we overlook them,
we gonna leave up out of your stadium with a dub.
No, we're hoping we can yell, but that's okay. You know, each their own. We all can't be perfect.
Speaking of dubs, when you think of wins, you think of dubs. When you think of dubs, think of W. 10% off. Cage match, one word in the discount code. You said it, so it's like Pee Wee Herman. Dubs. So, but is there anybody else outside of the Red Rocket? I mean, the Red Rifle.
Red Rifle, yes. Not get it right.
Is there anybody else that the Raiders have to look out for, whether it's on offense or on defense, with this Carolina Panther team coming into town this weekend?
Yes. Does that mean me?
No.
You got to look out for J.C. Horn on defense. Oh, you acting like you don't know who he is.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
We don't know. We that's why we brought.
I didn't watch the last 2 games for the Panthers. Unfortunately, I should have because this game coming up. But
you're gonna find out. You're gonna have to look out on the offense. From Leggett, Xavier Leggett. He is the rookie. Yes, straight out of Carolina, forever to thee. So, and we got a couple one. I think what was his name? Two other rookies that's on there that's pretty good. Both of them are on. One's a running back, I believe, and both of them are pretty good. Pretty good. But I would say watch out for the defense on on our
Chuba
side.
Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard is the running back. He's the
Adam Thielen. He's been around for a while.
He's a threat.
Yeah. Thielen, yes. As the wide receiver, guys, that's somebody to watch out for.
Yeah.
I won't deny that one.
I think we got a pretty good tight end though. I can't remember his name. He's new.
Tommy Tremble?
No, not Tommy Tremble.
Travion Sanders?
Yes, I believe it's Sanders. He came out of what, Texas?
He came out of yes, Texas, yes.
Yes, Latavian Sanders, yes.
Yes.
I was chosen by the Fanatics to do a video or to welcome the 3 new rookies to the Carolinas. And so that's how I know their names, but I couldn't remember Jatavian Sanders. I knew it was something like that.
Anna Diaz in the comments, she's out there in Vegas. She said, come to D-Lot. Oh, G-Lot, that's Oakland. Come to J-Lot, because that's where a lot of the super fans.
We spend a lot of time in D-Lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
J-Lot, that's on the corner of I noticed too, my auntie tells me all the time. Of it's Polaris and
I'll Davis Way.
The other.
We're actually
no, not Al Davis Way. That's the other side.
So we'll drop
how much I've been there.
Yeah, it's gonna be live and popping. As long as you guys are nice. Are you guys?
Okay. I'll say this much, especially when it comes to tailgating. Raiders have a bad rap. Raiders love opposing teams. We love to shit talk. You can shit talk as long as you don't come back with ignorance. Raiders fans will love you. And I know I've seen you on Captain's Show and everything. I know you're not ignorant. You can shit talk all you want. We will feed you. We will give you alcohol. All we want to do is shit talk back and forth, and that is it. It's the ignorance that gives us the bad name because some Raiders fans don't know how to handle that.
We don't do that. We're nice people. You know, when the Chargers were out there beating our tails on Sunday, we were very nice to them as they were to us. And so it's a mutual thing, and we're going to love it. We're going to love coming over there to the J-Lot and seeing what you guys are made out of. We're going to represent. We definitely going to represent. I got the Soldier Girl here with me. We're going to be out there. We got quite a few super fans that's going to be coming. Watch out.
Raiders fans love, super fans love to get together. I'm telling you, you're going to have a great time. It ain't going to be like some people have said. I know there's rumors and everything out there. You know, we got a bad rap, and it ain't nothing like that. You know, we love to. I was a season ticket holder for 17 years. I went to tailgates left and right, and all we did was welcome other fans. We just love the shit talking. If you can shit talk back, you'll be set, and you'll gain a lot of respect with
Okay, we're
Raiders
gonna
fans.
awesome. Because I love the Raiders fans. I love the fans, the super fans. Met quite a few of you guys out there in Kansas City as well as Detroit. We partied out there together, so we good.
Yeah, and you're always gonna have those just in general. You're always gonna have those 2-3 idiots that the
Yeah.
media likes to exploit to make. Oh, see, this is how they all are, which is not true, and especially in J-Lot over there in at the Allegiant Stadium. Those were a lot of the super fans would be at, and
Okay.
all they're gonna do is go to be like, hey, let's get a picture. Hey, let's get a picture. Hey, let's get a picture. Have some food. Have some shots. That's what they're gonna do.
And it says it right here. She's gonna have Jello shots. So you
Yeah,
gotta
so-
go get Jello shots from Hannah.
Okay, keep one. We gonna see what you made out of. We gonna be looking forward to it.
Hannah says she'll be in the wheelchair with the TNBC crew. You'll see all the banners out there, so you know who is who. And I believe the black hole, the black hole, they're right outside. My auntie had told me she lives out there in Vegas. They're like right outside the parking lot of, I believe, that same side, but just more towards the opposite end of that back side. I know that's weird. The opposite end of the back side of the stadium, off of Polaris. So,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah, it's on that corner. There's a gas station, and Anna had said earlier that it is there's an in and there's an in and out right there. So go to the in and out, and that's the So that's where the party is at. Is in J-Lot right there in that corner. So I guess the question is, what is your, because usually we talk about the Panthers on our Friday show, so we don't have a lot of information for it. But what is your prediction? What is your prediction? Give me a score that you believe will happen at the end of this Sunday's game.
That's kind of like a really good loaded question, because seeing that we're the lowest scoring team in the NFL, but again, we've got a new quarterback, and so I don't know. I'm just gonna go with maybe 20. I'm gonna go with. We put up some pretty good scores on that Bills game, but I'm gonna go like 20, 23-14.
23-14. I mean, our offensive line needs help. Our Raiders' offensive line needs a lot of help. So
our running game needs help.
Our running game, we got to find a running game.
One of the guys is gone.
But
say that again?
dealing with our defense, though.
I hate that.
So, I'm not ready, but I'll say Raiders take this one 28-10.
28-10.
Yeah. Now I got to write that down.
I'm going to give them a little bit more credit. I'm going to say 31-24.
31-24 Panthers, right?
No, of course.
Told you we leaving out of there with a dub.
63-21.
Now we've already put 63. We got to put like 75.
You're like delusional right now, right?
Okay, well, you said I got my score right here. I got Asylum score. Say yours one more time.
Mine, I said 21-14.
21-14. 3 touchdowns to 2. I mean, like we showed the graphic. I mean, Andy Dalton, he can do it. Andy Dalton can do it.
Even with one throw and one completion.
I'll give you this much. We haven't picked him off ever in the 4 times we've seen him. And we only got 2 sacks on him. And that was the first time we played him as a Bengal. About 12 years ago. So.
Wow, has he been in that long? I guess so, huh?
15-year NFL career, 4 teams.
We haven't seen him do much though, so we'll see. I mean, I hope he's not rusty.
Last game he played was at Seattle. He had good numbers though, 34 out of 58. It's a lot of throwing there. 361 yards for 2 touchdowns, but lost by 10 points. But I mean, if your quarterback's putting that numbers, it's not your quarterback. So Um, he has our number.
Oh, he has our number, and when it comes to stats like this, we've all we've been there before, thinking we can't overlook
Right.
Andy
You can't
Dalton
overlook.
and the offense, because the minute you do that, we get our asses handed to us like we did in Chicago last year.
My mom says 21-9.
21-9.
Mom, I wrote that down.
She has faith in that defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Adam Thielen's going to be a big threat. He's going to go to him a lot, as well as hopefully and prayerfully he goes to Xavier Leggett.
Well, like AP said, the Raiders have to make sure that the Raiders don't beat the Raiders, because a lot of times the Raiders will go and beat a team that we have no business beating, and then turn around and lay an egg with the team that we're supposed to take care of business with. So the Raiders might have a hand in the Raiders losing, as long as they can build off of that victory that they had last week. It could be a long day for Panther fans who are out there in that stadium.
We hope.
Yeah, you guys are going to be the laughing stock of Las Vegas and the whole West Coast.
Been there, done that. No, I'm joking.
I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. You know why? Because it's redemption time for us, Panthers. Redemption time. We're going to have to show all of you guys what we made of, because so many people are just trash talking us. It's ridiculous. Everywhere you go. I was going through the airport, even at airport security today, some lady who don't know her front face from her back of the head. Because I got on my shirt right, and I'm going through security, minding my business. She goes, "You still a fan?" I'm like, "Girl, bye. I've been a fan longer than you've been living." Well, at least they need to put somebody in there who know how to throw the ball. I said, "You don't know anything about football, do you?" No, I didn't think so. Goodbye.
Don't you love interacting with fans like that? And you're like, wait.
Wait, what? You don't even watch football, lady. You just know what's going on in the news.
Rick in Hawaii says, "You go, Pink FanFur." I want to keep saying Pink Panther. What the name? Let's talk about your persona. Where? I mean, I think saying where is it inspired from was a stupid question, but where did it? I guess how long have you been a super fan, and how did it develop? There we go. I guess I'm trying to not ask a stupid question. Where did it develop? Yeah.
Well, I was saying this early on the show that I was on Monday, and then I said it earlier that I grew up on the Pink Panther, which was one of my favorite characters growing up as a child. And I was just in love with the Pink Panther. I just was just so in love with the color in the Pink Panther, and I loved his style and his swag. And so that was always in the back of my mind if I ever decided to, create a persona name for myself. And it just so happened to be that I'm a Panthers fan. I've been a Panthers fan since 1998. So now how the word Pink FanFur came about was I started riding motorcycles in 2004. So I had this motorcycle, and it was a Kawasaki, because I'm a cowgirl when it comes to motorcycles. And I painted it pink, and I put the Pink Panther on there. And so everybody was calling me Pink, 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 Pink. That's how I got the name Pink. So now I'm known as Pink. Everybody identifies with me as that. That's who I identify with. Don't call me by my first name, because if you do, I'm I don't know who you're talking to. So anyway,
I got that same problem.
I've always done some things, I started doing some things in 2007, 8, put on a little glitter here and there, a little nose on. And then I started seeing other fans like get jiggy with it, with their outfits and their fits. And I was like getting inspired by a lot of different other super fans. And so, and of course, I just retired from the military in 2022. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to go to every single game and do a lot of that. But I just got out in 22. Thank you. So my goal was, when I got out, was to open up this business called Pink FanFur. And I got Pink from the motorcycle and the color, and then fan because I'm the number one fan with the Panthers, and then luckily enough we're black fur, fur. So if you are pink FanFur, that was it. So I named my business, which is actually a super fan costume studio. I make costumes. I do the hair, the makeup from head to toe, and so that's the name of my business. And also I trademarked Pink FanFur, so now that she, her, me is a brand. That's how I got it.
I like that.
Yeah, I need to
That's it.
trademark my thing. I know that.
I know. I need to. I gotta trademark a whole bunch of stuff that I have created, and I think that's the one thing with
Yes, you
us super fans, fanatics, or whatever they call us. They don't. There's a lot of with the love for our teams comes the creativity for the way we represent our teams, and that's the one thing I love about seeing the different concepts that a lot of diehard fans come up with, a lot of personas. Mine is Oakland Raiders Savage, because I always thought, well, how would Macho Man be if he was a Raider fan? All that hype and all that just being hyper out there in the field. Oh yeah, Raider Nation. Oh yeah, And then Asylum, because he's just freaking crazy. So how does yours come up, Asylum?
Actually, it took me 5 years. Yeah, no, it took me 5 years to come up with my whole persona, because as a Raiders fan, when you try to become a super fan and you think of a name or something you want to wear, I wanted to be different. I didn't want to be like everybody else. There's always those, I don't want to call them copycats. There's always those ones that are similar. You got multiple, Iron Mans. You got multiple different things. And I want to be that different. So it took me 5 years to come up with my gear and my name. And I talked to many of people when it came to my name, because I didn't want to be the whole Raider this, Raider that. A lot of people go with that. And it just came up. For me, it was, everyone always said Raiders fans were crazy. You're crazy. Raiders fans crazy. Everything you hear. And I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to show you what crazy is. So that's when I came up with the straight jacket. I got a 100% real straight jacket. And I did that for a year, just a straight jacket. I took a jersey and completely destroyed a jersey and turned my straight jacket into a jersey. So it's got some patches, but it's got the numbers, the name. I mean, it's literally a jersey, a straight jacket that's a jersey. And then I ended up getting a suggestion. There was something missing. There was one thing missing. People kept saying, paint your face, do this, do that. I'm like, I don't want to paint my face. I don't want to do all that. And so being that it was already similar enough to 13 Ghosts, the jackal from 13 Ghosts, I ended up having that cage made from the movie. And now I have the whole cage and go. And when it comes, I don't understand it. What is this? I was like, you hear Raider fans are crazy? Well, I'm here to show you fucking crazy. And that's where Asylum came from.
Yeah, and if my mom is still in the chats, she always says this joke because she helped with the original design. The original design of my fit. She says she'll go up to somebody and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, you know the Macho Man. Well, my son, he's the Macho Man for the Raiders." And they're like, "Oh yeah," and they're like, "Yeah." And then she changes gears to, "I never thought that I would buy my son his first pair of tights." And I'm all like, "Mom, really? Why do you always have to end with that right there?" So
Can we see a picture of it? Can we see you guys' photos?
Do I have them?
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Oh, I don't have no way to pull mine. Oh no, I do. Hold on. Wait, mine would be, as long as he still has it up.
My sister's laughing.
Oh, you took it. Oh, yeah. I'm right there. 77.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, kind of hard to see it.
Far left, it's 77. The straight jacket, the cage on the with the diehard next to the diehard battery.
Hold on. I got here, okay. I got this one. Yeah. Let me We're gonna upload it right here. My IG. Well, at least I had it. Hold on. We're gonna do it right now.
Is it our classic picture?
Look at my mom. She put you know it. All right, here we go. Let's see. I got you right here.
Story.
All right, here is. Let's go back in time. I'm going to show you. I'm over here building the suspense.
Throwback.
I'm telling
Add. And I know I have another one. Okay. They're loading right now.
I was about to say, I'm still okay. You want me to do it?
Yeah. That's her right there. That's her. There we go right there. Asylum to the left with the straight jacket and the cage. And then my mom right there made that jacket. She was up all night making that jacket. My sister now made the new vest that I have. But the jacket and then well, you can't really see the pants, but you see the fringes. But yeah, that's yeah. So that's the inspiration. We ended up. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
So that's the whole thing that basically that my mom put together. You know, I don't care. I'm gonna be 40 next year. I don't care if I see my mom. My mom helped me out with the outfit, like she did with a lot of my Halloween costumes. So hey, she continued.
My mom made my straight jacket for me.
So,
and then I know this picture. This is when we made the news.
Yeah.
That's
we made the Channel 5 news out here in the Bay Area, and then my sister sent me this. She made the new vest right there. She painted it and everything. So she made the new version because Vegas is hot and you can't survive with a long sleeve. I
don't remember ever seeing that vest.
No, that's the one I wear now. I just never. That's the back of it. That's what I wear now. But I brought it out in 2021 because in 2020 I had the jacket and I almost died. No, I didn't almost die, but it was hot outside. So when you're at 100 and something degrees, yeah, my mom said most wanted for this one. When it's that hot outside, a jacket, it's not going to survive right now. The jacket's hanging. The jacket has been retired. It is now hanging in my room because that is not real leather. I would say that much. The hair is not real either. It's real dolphin fur, but the hair is not real. But I had to survive the Vegas heat, so my sister went and helped me make the vest, and yeah. So my sister sending me a whole bunch of stuff.
I love hearing origin stories of all super fans because they always start from somewhere, and it's always, I'll say 95% of the time, it's always a great story.
Yes.
Yes, they evolve. Like we evolve as super fans. You know, we start as something and then we get into who we are and we represent who we are and show the best team spirit by just being who we are. And I love it. I love the extraordinary, ideas and creative inventions. I love it. It's very inspiring.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at that.
That is Asylum to the left. I'm on the right with the vest, and that in the middle is that. Huh?
That's with my most recent cage.
Yeah, that was during the comic book, the comic thing.
That's crazy.
So, is that?
Okay. And then in the middle, that's my auntie's husband. That's Noel, who every time I go out to Vegas, he's like Raiders, so he gets into it too. He's developing his. I'm not going to say it because it's still not made yet, and I don't want to put no ideas out there because there are people who like to steal ideas. So,
Yes, and like I said, it was real hard for me to come up with mine because I wanted something that was original. Every time I came up with an idea, it was like somebody else has that. Somebody else has that, and I was like, "Damn, I got to think of something different."
Yeah. Authentic.
And I found a straight jacket on eBay, bought the straight jacket, got it made, and it was just like, all right, one thing's missing, and then the cage is funny because everyone fucking loves the cage. Everyone either wants to wear it, asks if it's real. My daughter made it for me. My most recent, the one that was in that last picture, and that's actually real rust. She found paint that rusts and everything when she made it, and yeah, that was how do you wear that? Very carefully because you know what, I have a strong neck.
Yeah.
And my sister wants me to put one more picture up. This is the original inspiration because the original inspiration also mine came from a Halloween costume that I that I had the idea my sister put together. So that's where the original idea came from. Yeah, with the LMFAO pants.
Are those skinny jeans right there?
No, that is 1980s rave pants. You know, back in the day. So whatever, you know, with the zebra design. So that was the original. I don't want to say prototype because I didn't have the idea yet to after Halloween. But I'm all like, you know what? I can play this character and be a raider, and I'm gonna combine the two. I said, the nigga powers combine. Oh yeah, and then Raider Savage was born, and that's how us personas. Sometimes like yours. You said yours came from you got ride the Kawasaki, and then the name Pink stuck with you, and then it all just came together after that. Same thing with mine. Asylum is clinically crazy, so his is just more natural. So
he wears it well then, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got a little cray in us, you know.
I don't call it a persona. I call it an alter ego.
And
my dad even said we used to take Bart. Savage knows this. We used to take public transportation to the game, and literally when I'd leave that train and start walking over that catwalk, I put that cage on, and he says I literally changed. Even my wife says it. The minute that cage comes on, I change. I hate taking pictures, but you put me in my gear, and I'm in every damn picture. I'm in everything. You know, it's just it's an alter ego. It's not a persona. It's an alter ego.
Yes.
Well said. Well said.
And even though he's crazy, he's not stupid like some other Kansas City fans out there who wears their outfit not just to the games but also to commit crimes. Chiefsaholic.
He just gave us a bad name.
Now I can't go anywhere in public dressed up.
Bad name.
Yeah, so we're crazy, but we ain't stupid. That's a difference.
Exactly. We work for a living.
Yeah, we don't. Okay, there's one more because my sister keeps sending me, but this was one more, and this is the last one, I swear. One more. Alicia, stop sending me pictures. No.
It's an alter ego. It's not a persona. It's an alter ego.
I found their page. What page?
One more. There you go.
I remember those glasses.
Yeah, I still got them.
That's hot.
That was the original. Yeah. Last one, I swear. So that was the original right there. All right, so you crashed our show. Okay, we wasn't expecting you to just come over here and crash our show. I know you're in Las Vegas, but you somehow crashed through the bandwidth of the Cage Match show and made your presence known. You are the first super fan to cross over into the ring, and the way you came out, I believe you have that ring presence. So we appreciate you coming on and defending your team because it's not going to go well. For
You're gonna be wearing a cage.
I do it all the time.
All you super fans, we rocking and rolling and locking and loading.
make sure you go to J-Lot. Anna will be out there, like she said. Look for the TNBC. She said, look for the TNBC tailgate, the flag out there.
TNBC tailgate, gotcha.
Because she has the Jello shots. You know, the last before the clock starts and the game starts, we're all friends up until now. We're just
up until that clock starts winding down.
Yes, so no, but like Anna said, it's all about fun. It's all about just, you know, going out there and, like Asylum said, alter egos, just having fun, talking mess. I don't cuss because my mom's watching. Talking mess and all that. So we appreciate you.
You don't talk mess about shit.
I can't say my mom's watching, okay?
I saying it for you.
Thank you.
That word, just let it go.
It's a four-letter word. Shit. Say it. Shit.
Mess. Four-letter word is mess.
Hop off of here, guys. Asylum and Oakland Raider Savage.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the invite. We had a lot of fun.
Yes, we did.
We
appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely. Yes. I want to have you guys on our show too. All things football from a lady's perspective, which is hosted by Sonja Pearson, and I'm basically the back person who does all the reels and invites some guests and things like that. So we'd like to have you guys on. Look it up, All Things Football from a Lady's Perspective, and we will see you on that show too.
Hey, hit me up and we'll make it work.
We're going to make it work. We're going to make it do what it do. You guys have fun. We'll see you.
Yeah, we'll see you, and hope after the game that you'll be able to console yourself after we beat you. So
hey, you know what? I've been here before. I'm okay. We're gonna surprise you guys, though. We're gonna shock the world. Okay, understand that.
She's talking upset.
Don't get beside yourself, gentlemen. Don't get beside yourselves.
She's talking upset, like Asylum said.
All right. So,
upset alert. So
you guys have a good night. I'm out. Got to go hit the streets.
Be safe out there. Take care.
Have fun in Las Vegas and enjoy your time.
Yes.
Tag me. Bye.
All right. Take care.
Bye, Superfan World.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. Shout out to Carolina Superfans United. Peace out.
All right. Let's come back inside right here. That was Pink.
I want to see the baby savage.
Well, I see. I wasn't ready for all these going down memory lane. Okay, I have it somewhere. I gotta go find it. I was show for Fridays. I was show for Fridays show. We want to thank once again.
You want to see baby savage? You got to show up to the Friday show.
Show up to the Friday show as we talk about. We break down more. We break down more in depth of the Raiders versus the Panthers matchup. The upset alert was we had the upset alert on the Ravens, but now it flips over for the Panthers coming into our hometown, our home opener. So we have to make sure that we're on high alert because we don't want to stoop down to a team that's supposed to be inferior towards us. We got to make sure we make plays. The defense has to continue to carry this offense until the offense is ready to start going like a baby bird, going off the nest and flying on its own.
No, it's about time to kick him out.
Get off the nest. Let's go. Let's score some points. So we're talking about that more on Friday's show. But like I said, we want to thank Miss Pink FanFur for disrupting the airwaves, going through the bandwidth, and taking over the show. That was our first cage matchup right there on the cage match. So Asylum, what did you think of what happened just now? That was crazy.
It was crazy. Didn't expect it happening. I mean, I was like, what the fuck? Never seen that kind of shit. Usually we got control of the show. But you know what? I think it was great. I can't wait to have more of it.
Yeah. So if any super fans,
you know,
You know what? I want to see Douglas Sinclair try to come in here. I saw him in the comments. I wasn't gonna go read all that. I was doing my job. I was working the media stuff. I ain't got time to read these long paragraphs that don't make any sense. I'm sorry, Douglas Sinclair. I'm not gonna put your comments up, but I will shout you out because you are also a devoted watcher, viewer of our show. So I appreciate your
view.
Whatever. I don't know what you call it, okay? I don't know what you call it.
Being on our show for the 2 hours and 4 minutes we've been on.
Yes. So, and like we said earlier in the show, there was a lot of choices that's out there because they want to take our Wednesday slot at this time between 5 and 7 p.m. Pacific time. It is what it is. It's how it's going to go. But we appreciate those who stayed on and watched our show. We appreciate you. Anna, I got your package. I'm going to send it out tomorrow. I swear this time I got the box. I just have to wrap up some stuff that goes inside of it. But I will send your package. And then later on, my sister is getting her the special gift that she wants to make you. We'll send that out when because she just moved to a new house and everything. So she's going through her new transition into
adulthood,
new world in adulthood. So yeah. So with that, we'll come back on Friday and talk about this matchup, Raiders versus Panthers, home opener in Las Vegas. We want to thank Miss Peggy for coming on to the show. She comes on every other week. I didn't have the background ready. I had so much information that I had to put up, and I told the one thing I forgot to put up was Peggy's background, but I'll have that ready. I'll have it ready where I don't need to worry about it. So
next time, it's okay.
I'm not old, she says.
We had a lot going on this show.
Yes, we had a lot going on, and then it got taken over. So with that, we do want to thank Miss Pink FanFur for coming on. And then salute your service. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
She said she just retired from the military 2 years ago. Thank you for your service. Thank you for keeping us safe. And Asylum, any last words?
No, I think I've said everything I needed to say until Friday.
Thank you, everybody in the chats. Thank you, Alicia. Thanks to Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
It's not the TV, but it's the same thing. Like they say, the celebrities. Hi, Mom. So, hi, Mom, on the big screen or the little screen or the phone.
And my, me, right? I like to thank my mom and my dad and my,
Yeah. and hi, Godmom. Hi, Godmom. She was in there, my auntie. She was in there. Hi, Godmom. And hi, Mom. And hi, sister. Hermana, all those right there. And thank you also. I also want to say in the beginning that she was here also, not only in the chats, but also she was here in the house and I saw her. Where is it at? Where'd it go?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, shouts out to Arcadio. Arcadio, who does the intro music for our intro. So shouts out to Arcadio. He suffered a big loss. His team lost. I don't know if I want to. Whatever. I'll ask him later. And also, that's what I was trying to say. Shouts out to Jessica. Hey, Jessica, hey, baby. My girlfriend was in there saying hi to Peggy Wednesday. So, and then of course, thank you to Anna, who's here for every show. Her and Asylum are the only ones who've been on every single episode. So I don't even have that.
Anna pushed it last week. She almost didn't make it.
She made her appearance. Her streak continues, Kay. It could be like a batter going for, just one hit. And she got that base hit. She's like Tim Brown, who got a catch, 2 catches every game, whether it's in the beginning or the end. 2 catches, boom, boom, boom. That streak continues. She made it. Thank you, Rick from Hawaii, who came into the chat. We appreciate you.
Thank you, your incoherent comments and watching the show.
Yes, thank you, Douglas Sinclair, again for being for showing up.
You know what? He had to be able to talk some shit because he did get, they did lose to the fucking Vikings last week.
Yeah, with their backup quarterback. How does that feel?
There
From the
you
year
go.
before.
Losing to Sam Darnold, at least we didn't lose to Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
When we
so
lost, it was to
Herbert, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
no, it was Dobbs.
Oh yeah, it was Dobbs. But we were going through some stuff last year, now we're on the path to a better, better outcomes and everything like that. All right, with that said, we want to say thank you. Come back on Friday as we talk about this matchup. Like I said, Carolina coming in to Vegas to face the Raiders on the home opener. Raiders go for 2 wins in a row, 2-1. So see you everybody Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. I said it right. I did. I was like, numbers. All right, with that said, thank you, everybody. And we're going to finish every show like we always do with a message from Raider Milt, a.k.a. Coach Wallace from my old high school, who happens to have the same colors, like I said, as the Carolina Panthers. I like how she threw that in there. I said, see, now she's ready. She's ready for the tailgates. Miss Pink FanFur is ready for the Raider tailgates. Catch her over there and say hi. Say hi for me. Thank you, everybody. My mom says have a great evening. Take care and see you Friday. Peace out.
All you other NFL teams, your tailgates are weak. Your teams are weak. We might be down right now, but it doesn't take away the history. And all you Raiders out there need to know your fucking history of who the fuck you playing for and where the fuck you're playing. Damn it. Oh, and by the way, I won my last cage fight again. I'm still undefeated. And you NFL motherfuckers out there that you think you want some, come on and get some anytime.